What's going on, everyone? Championship Fit here, back at it again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to go over the 3 ways that you will know if you're too big to be sprinting and if you should lose some weight. Now, this goes from personal experience as well as knowledge I've gained throughout the time and scientific data, right? Throughout the time, me being a bigger guy, coming from a football background, every time when I was in track, I would always get that you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight. And I actually bought into that slightly for a bit. I lost weight, but you know what happened when I lost weight? I actually got slower, which is crazy because I wasn't even that fast at that time either. At least not compared to what I am now, right? So it's common knowledge that you want to be as small as possible and as explosive as possible, right? So that means you want to be strong, but lean and small. That's the idea for track. Now, many people look at that and see some guys that look big on the track, but they're not really that big. You look at these top sprinters, the biggest ones, even the Olympic champion, you look at what his weight is right here, right? So most sprinters aren't 200 pounds. You know, the only one that was Usain Bolt, and he was low 200s, 205, I believe, and he was 6'6". So he was tall. He wasn't really a bulky guy. Right? I weigh 207 and I'm 6 feet even. I'm not 6'6", right? So I'm kind of a little bit stockier, still not big, but a little bit of good amount of weight, right? Now, in general, most of the time people will be like, you lose weight, you're gonna get faster. Like I said, me losing weight did not lead to that, but there's a reason why, because not everyone should lose weight, right? Another perfect example is the biggest, fastest guy that I know, and shoot, not just that I know, that you know as well. No, I'm not talking about Harry Akins, which he's a big, fast guy too, but the guy I'm talking about is bigger than him and faster. My boy Matadi, Emmanuel Matadi, he runs for Liberia. He just broke the Liberian record, and he's, I think, top 6 in the world right now in the 60 meter in the world. So out of everybody that's ran, he's up there top 6 times, right? That means that he's the biggest, fastest person right now to this day. Last year, he ran a 10:01, I believe, and he's actually broken the 10-second barrier as well, right? This guy weighs 212 pounds, and not 212 pounds because he's 7 feet. This guy is around my height, 212 pounds, solid, stocky guy, right? You check him out, he looks like he's a bodybuilder. He plays football, but this guy's explosive and fast, right? He's been told as well that he should lose weight and he could be faster. Everybody thinks that, but that's not how it works. Me and him had a conversation about it, and basically we are in agreement as in why you should not lose weight and the fact that he's not too big, right? So we're getting to the 3 ways to know if you're too big to sprint and if you should lose some weight. Way number 1 is figure out your body composition. How much fat do you have? If your body fat percentage is very high, meaning you have a more than a 8% to 10% body fat, you can afford to lose a little bit, right? Usually track athletes tend to be more lean than football athletes, so they tend to be around 6%, 6 to 8. So if you're at 10, 11, 12, yeah, you're lean, but for a track athlete, it's not super lean, so you can afford to lose some weight more in the fat, all right? That's in general. Now, if you're a football player, I would not want you to be that lean. My football players and athletes that are going to take contact, I really want them to be at least a little bit more than the base. Which the base for track is 6. I would usually tell them to be around 8 to 10, even for the leaner DB guys, right? Because we need that cushion. You need that cushion because you're going to be taking contact. And the leaner you are, you're more susceptible for injuries and things like that, right? But if you're really lean, if you're closer to 6, you might not want to lose any weight because for the most part, you're going to more than likely lose muscle. And if you lose muscle, more than likely you're going to lose some speed and power, right? That's if your body fat percentage is low and if you're looking at saying, I'm too big. So if you think you're too big and your body fat percentage says that you're at low body fat percentage, like mine did, you might not want to cut down on that weight. Now, the reason we might not want to cut down on that weight because the leaner you are, the more explosive. You usually want to be lean and explosive, like I said earlier, but it's depending on how you build the muscle, right? So that gets me into reason number 2. How did you build the muscle, right? That's how you would know. Did you build the muscle with explosive, plyometric, contrast training, lifting weights while you were sprinting, or did you build it in a bodybuilder style of training? if you build in the bodies, build a style of training, you can afford to lose some of that weight because it's going to be just weight. That weight is going to be more than likely slow twitch, because if you're going and you're not being really explosive with the weight, you're just building that mass, then you're more than likely not going to be able to use that to run faster, right? It's just going to be extra weight. So if I put a weight vest on me, that's pretty much me running with a weight vest. If you were doing power cleans, Olympic lifting, and you did sprints and contrast training, if you lose that muscle, more than likely you're going to hurt your speed as well. All right, and way number 3 to know if you need to cut down on weight is how fast are you? Right? If you're already really fast and you're looking to say, I want to get faster by cutting down on muscle, more than likely you're not going to get faster by cutting down on weight. Let's say you're at 10% body fat, right? And you gained your muscle, let's say maybe bodybuilding. So let's go into 2 negatives of the first 2, right? So you're a little bit higher in body fat and you gained some of it bodybuilding. Why would you might not want to lose that? The third reason would be is if you're fast already. If you're already sprinting, you don't want to change up too many things, because what happens is your CNS and your body starts to stress out once you go into dieting, right? So the glycogen stores, everything that you're using, you're going to have to cut down on it. So guess what happens? Your speed is going to be affected if you're doing it while you're trying to still run fast. So if you're already running fast, and you, even though you did the other 2, you're a little bit higher on body fat, as well as you use bodybuilding to build a little bit more mass, I still would not lose weight at that point. Now, there's something that I could say is you would wait until the off season to lose some of that weight, to cut down on that type of training and change it up. But if you're in the middle of training, you're running fast, don't do it. Now, if you're running slower, then you have really nothing to lose. But you're already running slow, so try to cut down on that muscle, on that weight, whether it be a little bit of muscle, especially if it's bodybuilding muscle, and continue sprinting, and then you're probably gonna be able to improve your speed. But if you're fast, don't mess with it. If you're getting faster, don't mess with it. Like I said, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? But yeah, those are the ways to know if you should cut down on weight. Not everyone should. For the most part, most people want to be lean, small, explosive. That's the idea of the track, but not everyone, right? I'll put myself in the other part because I gained my strength and my speed through power. I was doing Olympic lifting. I was very powerful. I'm more of a power sprinter. So depending on what type of sprinter you are, it depends on what you want to, if you want to cut down on it as well, right? Hope this helped. Hope you got an understanding of it. If you're a guy that's much bigger and the coach is telling you to lose weight, look at this first and understand where you stand in there and where you at with your speed, and you might do it. You might tell your coach, you might try to talk to him and tell him it'd be better if you kind of just improve your speed work, right? Which works for most people. I've seen a lot of athletes just improve their speed work and they get much better without having to cut down on weight, right? Because a lot of people don't do true speed work. They do completely opposite thing from speed work and expect to get faster, which makes no sense to me. But hey, that's another video for another day. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.